Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Laurel Park here on Saturday, September the 27th, 2014. An excellent card of racing from Laurel Park. We have 6 stake races to handicap, all of them on the turf. This turf festival from Laurel, going to be a great card. So let's get on to it. I'm going to handicap races 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 11. So let's get on to it. Today's third race from Laurel Park is the Salima handicap, whatever you want to call it. Purse $100,000 for fillies, 2-year-olds going 5 1/2 furlongs. Field of 13 horses traveling 5 1/2 furlongs on the turf course. The rail will be set at 0 feet. They'll be running on the inside lane for this one. Field of 13, and I'm going to go with the 9 horse here. Number 9, Harlan's Honor. 5-2, Frankie Pennington at a Harlan's Holiday. Really love Harlan's Holiday horses. Last time out there on Monmouth Park, August 10th, 5 furlongs on the turf course, and a Colin handicap for 61,000. Finished first that day, won that day by 4 lengths. He dueled early and threw off clear that day. A really, really nice win, first time on the turf. And then the Limbrook Stakes at Belmont, 6 furlongs, July the 6th. Finished fourth by 16 lengths, throw that race out. He had a duel at the 2 pass and just weakened that day. And then Monmouth, 5 furlongs, made special weight for 38,000 on June 27th. Won by 2 1/4 lengths. Chased a bit and was clear that day. That Belmont start, throw it out because he had to start 9 days before. That was over at Belmont at Monmouth, where he won. Too close to races for a 2-year-old, I believe. Only giving him 9 days off. I wouldn't do that to a 2-year-old. Let's go with this one. So recap my bets for race number 3 from Laurel Park. Gonna go with the 9. Now let's get on to race number 5. What is the Laurel Futurity? Purse $100,000. It is for 2-year-olds. A very, very well-known race. You had some very, very good 2-year-olds go on to win, go into the Triple Crown race. Into the Triple Crown races years ago, coming out of this race. Now it's not as big of a race. Remember, Barbara won this race back in 2005, actually. I really love this race. 5 1/2 furlongs are traveling on the turf course here. There is a field of 10 horses. Wide open fields. Rail will be out 87 feet, so they'll be running on the outside turf course. 87 feet is the rail. Field of 10, and I'm going to go with the 8 horse here. Number 8, Psychologinous. George Weaver sending this one in for Trevor McCarthy. Even money favorite last time out there on Saratoga. 5 1/2 furlongs on the turf course on August 18th. Made special weight for 83,000. Won by 3 lengths. He was off the 2 pass, off dueling to the inside to the quarter pole, and went away easy. Very easy win that day. I had a workout at Saratoga, 4 furlongs over the training turf, in 53 and 1. 21st best out 24 that day, and then another 4 furlong workout at Saratoga on the turf. 52 and 3, second best out of 5. I really like this horse here. To think about this horse for a second, this horse is at Stormy Atlantic and Stormcat. Really 2 good horses, I must say. I really like the Stormcat on the sire side. So going with this one. So recap my bets for race number 5 from Laurel Park. Going with the 8. Now let's get on to race number 7. Going a little quickly because I have a lot of races to handicap for this video. 7th race from Laurel Park is the Lady Baltimore Stakes. Purse $100,000. We do have, it is for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Miles 16th are traveling. Field of 14 horses. Jam-packed of talent in here. 14 horses here. Going 1 mile and 1/16th. And I will be going with the 11 horse here, all the way from the outside. Number 11, Scampering, 4-1, Krista Carlo, Shig McKay. He trains last time out. Did run at Monmouth Park Mile on the 8th on August 23rd in the Violet Handicap. Finished 7th by 2 lengths. He was a bit 3-1, just weak, in a very, very good race, that Violet Handicap. He used to be run at the Meadowlands years ago, as a side note. Then to Saratoga, Mile 16th, July 20th, an optional claimer. Won by neck. He attended at the 2 pass, had a very good kick that day. Very nice win that day, I must say. And June the 28th at Belmont Mile Quarter in the New York Stakes, finished 4th by 5 1/2 lengths. He tracked on the inside, just had no headway. The mile 16th distance is the perfect distance for this horse. This field is a very nice field, I must say. Just the right class for this horse, I believe, out of Fleet Alex. Again, talking about sires in this video, it's one of my favorite sires also. So going with this one, at the distance 2-1. That one win did come at Saratoga, um, and then finished fourth in the Bugay Stakes earlier this year at Belmont at the same distance. So going with this one, they did try this horse long earlier in his career. Don't think that really fits this horse. I think the mile to mile 16th distance fits it well. 4-1. So recap my bets for race number 7 from Laurel Park. I am gonna go with the 11. So race 7 going with the 11. Now let's get on to race number 8 from Laurel. What is the Jamalia handicap purse? $125,000. It is for fillies, mares, drills, and upwards, going 6 furlongs on the turf course. They are using the outer turf course for this one, the outside rail, so the rail will be set at 87 feet from its normal position. I think they finish it at the second finish line, actually, something like that. I have no idea. We do have a field of 12. The 11 and 12 horse are also eligible. And if you're wondering why I'm looking this way, I swear I have all my notes. And I'm going to be going with the 3 horse here. Number 3, Mandame Geary, 6-5 Eddie Castro. Last time out, North Saratoga, 5.5 furlongs, August 25th on the Smart Fancy Stakes. Finished 5th by 1 length. He's 4 wide into the lane, just flattened out that day. Then Saratoga, 5.5, and the Careless Overnight Stakes for 100,000 on August 1st. Finished 3rd by 1 length. He acted up in the break, bumped to 3 to 4 wide, and just really, really had a very horrible trick that day. And then the turf sprint at Gulfstream Park, July the 5th. Won by 2.5 lengths, a very good win. He saved ground and drew clear that day, breaking from post position number 6, breaking from the inside today. I think he should have a really good chance. 1-for-1 over the Laurel Turf course. Won this race last year by nose. He angled 5 wide, had a bid, dueled, and was driving, breaking from post position number 4. So has experience over this turf course, has won over it. That's a good bonus. So going with this one, really like these turf sprints, I have to say. So going with this one, so recap my bets for race number 8 from Laurel Park, Jamalia Stakes, going with the 3. Now let's head on to race number 10. The 10th race from Laurel Park. It is probably one of my favorite races on the schedule from Laurel. I have to say, the last 3 years they've been running this, 4 years maybe, has been some really good racing. You see horses coming out of these races, this race winning, and that is the Laurel Turf Cup. Purse $100,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. Years ago, they had a race called the Washington, D.C. International, way before my time, I must say. Coming from a person who's only been on this planet for 18 and a half, almost 19 years. Hasn't been run that race since 1993, 94. Might be wrong. Could have been even ran into 96, I don't know. Going a mile and a half here. Field of 14 horses, a wide open field. That's why I love this race, because you got full fields. A mile and a half they're traveling. They will be using the inside lane. Mile and a half. As you know, I like showing the track diagram so you know how the race, where they start the race. Someone who, when I first started doing these videos about 5 years ago, someone said, why don't you just do that to show what track it is, because I was doing some weird track that nobody knew about. I think it was like Will Rogers, something like that. So let's go back to subject for this 10th race from Laurel Park. I'm going to go with the 3-9 here. 3-9 exact box, a very wide open race, very hard handicapping race. Number 3, Reflecting, 5-2, Trevor McCarthy. Shug McGahee trains last time out. Run Belmont Park, mile and a half in the Yankee Fair Stakes on September 6th. Finished second by 1.25 lengths. He had a tip at the 3 pass at the 5:16 pole, and very, very willingly. Really liked that race. That race a few weeks ago was very nice. You had some really good horses in that race. That's Saratoga, mile and 8th on August 7th, an optional claim for 80,000. Finished 8th by 3.75 lengths. He saved ground to the quarter pole, and had a really nice, had a really bad trip. Excuse me, I was looking at the wrong running line for a second. Had a really bad trip. Then the Bowling Green Stakes, Belmont Park, mile and a half on July 12th. Finished 5th by 2 lengths. He was 5 wide in the upper and was just outkicked again. But I really like that last start from Belmont Park. Actually ran in the Belmont Gold Cup earlier this year, 2 miles on the Widener Turf course at Belmont. Finished 3rd by a length. He's 4 wide in the upper and very willingly that day. I really like this horse here. So going with this one, first, actually, the second time this horse is running at Laurel in his career. So going with this one, I think this horse actually won this race a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure he did. So going with this one, and I'm also going to go with the 9 horse here. Number 9, Maya Fleet. 10 to 1 Forest Boys is in the saddle last time out. Run Kentucky down to mile 5/16 on Stumper the 6th in a dueling ground survey. Won by nose that day. He had a tenacious effort that day. This 3-year-old facing in State Company for the first time is facing older horses in State Company. This is only the second time this horse is facing State Company, but actually did win a race at Saratoga mile and a half on August 10th an allowance race 85,000 by 3 1/4 lengths. He cut the corner gamely. That was for first win with 3-year-olds and up, and then finished second at Saratoga on July 18th, mile 3 8 allowance race. He finished second by half length. He was in the inside and had a good energy, so likes this marathon distance. I really, really like this one here as my exact. A bit of a price at 10 to 1. Just going with this one, so recap my bets for race number 10 from Laurel Park, the Laurel Turf Cup, going with the 3-9 exact back, so as the 3 is my top pick. So let's get on to race number 11 from Laurel Park. Race 11 from Laurel Park. What is the Laurel Dash? Purse $100,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 11 going to post. The 11 horse isn't also eligible, going 6 furlongs. And I will be going with number 8, Ben's Cat. Number 8, Ben's Cat here. 4 to 5, Julian Pimentel, King Leatherberry trains last time out. Run the Turf Monster Stakes at Parks Racing, 5 furlongs, September the 1st. Finished second by neck that day. He bobbled and just lost his rein that day. Not a very good race for him, but he still did almost win that day. Then the Parks Dash at Parks Racing, 5 furlongs, July the 12th. Finished first by nose. This horse was wide and was just up in time that day. This horse is actually, I think that race he became a millionaire. If I'm if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Then at Belmont, 6 furlongs in the Jaipur Stakes on June the 7th. Finished 4th by 2 1/4 lengths. He's 4 into the lane, just flattened out. I think that race was a little bit too much class for him. But this horse is a really good horse, I must say. And then Turf Sprint, Pimlico, 5 furlongs on the main track. It was taken off turf on May the 16th. Won by 1 3/4 lengths. He was too wide into the turn, light at the 8th pole, was driving. A very, very good horse. 8 and 6 at Laurel. 6 wins, 2 seconds. So all those starts have come into money. So going with this one, actually ran last year in the Laurel Dash and won by neck. He floated out and was driving at the end. This horse loves driving at the end. So going with this one, so recap my bets for race number 11, the Laurel Dash, going with number 8, Ben's Cat. Good luck to all.